Hey everybody, it's Riley, and this is my 9th month on testosterone. Sorry for the late video. I had been doing tons of overtime at work and then went home to see family, and everything else just kind of got put on hold, but I am back, and so I'm just going to kind of jump right in, go over some of the physical changes I've noticed this month, and then also some life updates. So physical changes. There hasn't been a whole lot. I think things are just kind of still happening, but nothing's like been real dramatic lately. Not like when I first started testosterone, and even within like the first 6 months, I think there were a lot more noticeable changes, kind of like all at once. But I have noticed a little bit more hair growth, especially on my chest. It's getting darker, and then also up on my arms or places like that. The other hair that I have, like, you know, forearms, everything like that's getting a little bit thicker, and definitely on my legs as well. So there's mostly that. My voice has gotten a little bit deeper. I'm just getting over a cold now, so it's not typically quite this deep, but it is definitely deeper than even just probably, I would say, the last like 2-3 months. And so that part's been really cool. As far as any other physical changes, again, not much that I've really picked up on. I actually think that like some of my weight is redistributing a little bit more, and so that's cool. I gotta get back into the gym and get into a workout schedule and everything, so I can kind of like maximize the effects of the testosterone and use it towards my favor. But again, with moving and getting settled into a new job and everything, it's just kind of been hectic and chaotic, so hasn't happened yet, but hopefully in the next month or so, that's the plan. Life changes. Life changes have been, yeah, a lot's been going on. So first one is this last week, I submitted my paperwork for my name change. And so they said it should take within like about 2 to 3 months for it to be completely official. And then I can change my license and everything else that I have. And so I'm really looking forward to that. I had originally wanted to do it when I was living in Michigan, but upon looking up all the things I needed to do in Michigan for it, it was faster and cheaper to do it in Maryland. So I waited until I got out here. Maryland, I just had to submit the petition to change my name, post it in the newspaper, and then you're pretty much done. The judge decides from there. Michigan, you have to, since I'm over the age of 21, I had to get a background check, fingerprinting, had to live in the county for at least a year before you could even change your name. And then once you get all that information and pay for all of that stuff, then you have to actually go to court and appear in court before the judge and say why you want to do a name change and everything like that. So just a whole lot more going on and a lot more money. And then when it comes to changing over your license, and like if you just change the name on your license, then it's pretty straightforward. But if you want to change your gender marker in Michigan, you have to first get a passport. So then now you're paying for that and waiting for that to come in and everything before you can even change the stuff on your license. So thankfully out here in Maryland, you don't have to do any of that. So even if it takes 2 to 3 months, like they said, it's still much better deal in the long run as far as price and also just the hassle of everything else that you have to do. So I will keep you guys posted on that. And also still looking into top surgery. The surgeon that I want to go with is starting his own practice, so things have kind of been placed on hold until they get into their new office and everything like that. But I should be getting an appointment within this next month to sit down for the consultation and all of that, and I'm going to try to do a whole other series to just kind of document some of that. And again, still kind of hoping to have that by fall. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, so that's been a lot of the life changes. I'm also back dating again, which is kind of nerve-wracking. I was very fortunate to have met somebody that was very open and understanding, and had no issues with dating a trans guy and all of that very early in my transition. So I didn't really have to go through the whole, like, start talking to him and then, like, oh, hey, by the way, I'm trans, and then wait and see, like, okay, are they still gonna talk to me or are they not? So this is a little bit new for me and whatnot, but I think it will be good. And it's just kind of nice to actually be able to go out and date as Riley, and you know, that's something I think my confidence is like way different than when I tried dating before my transition, but it's still in the making, but it has been a lot easier now that I feel like I pass way more often as a guy than just even the last 3-4 months. So that definitely helps. I would say probably only about 20% of the time I get misgendered, it seems like. And even then, a lot of those times it's by the people that honestly you're not surprised that they're misgendering you, and you kind of almost get the feeling that they're doing it on purpose. Which, I mean, it's going to happen, and I'm just learning to deal with it. Thankfully, I have some really awesome friends that are just phenomenal support, and I am so lucky to have them in my life, and they help me out when I'm feeling down about it. If I've had a long week of being misgendered or things like that, and they're just right there to pick me up, and then they just kind of help reinforce everything in this transition. One friend in particular, she has just been my absolute rock during this time, and she is just one of my biggest supporters. And so I think that's definitely made this a whole lot easier, especially with coming to a different area. It's obviously better, at least for me, transitioning here in Maryland versus Michigan, but even like right at first it was still kind of nerve-wracking, because at least in Michigan I kind of knew what to expect. It was prepare for the worst type scenario, where out here you tend to get better responses, but there's still that little bit that can throw you off, and you never quite know when it's going to come, and how bad it's going to be or anything. Whereas, like I said, in Michigan, you just prepared for the worst, and if it turned out better, you were surprised. So it was great. So having that extra support and everything has really helped with that. So, but anyways, Pride is this month. Happy Pride to everybody out there. I might try to get a video out. DC Pride is coming up this weekend, and I am super, super excited about that, and can't wait to go hang out with my friends and just take part in this awesome gathering and celebration of LGBT Pride. And so yeah, there's that coming up, and then like I said, as I meet with my surgeon and do different things like that, look for a video series all about top surgery. And yeah, and hopefully next month for my 10-month video I will be on time. That is my goal. And yeah, we'll talk to you later. Bye.